We need to stop living lives of other people and start living our own lives. And what do I mean by this? You probably have it a bit similar to me, that if you look back at the last few years, you've just spent so much time consuming just random content instead of actually taking action in your own life. You need to realize that all of that, like, scrolling, watching news, watching like newest drama in the fitness industry, even watching some TV series and movies, all of that is living lives of other people and not living actually your own life. And while sure it's good to have some knowledge of like politics and ongoing wars and like drama and everything, it's good to know what's going on in the world. But I think that we took it way too far, right? And also, like, if your life is shit, how much does it really help you? Maybe, once you are like 60 or 70 and then you have lots of free time, maybe then you go more into like, watching news and everything, which I still don't think is the best way to spend your free time, but maybe then, alright? But now you're a young, ambitious man. What you should do instead of consuming content, right? Scrolling, TikTok, posts, YouTube videos, everything. Instead of doing all of those, which is living lives of other people, you should take responsibility for your own life and take action. Because that's what I realized recently. 95% of this content, like of all the content, right? So media, TV, everything. Like 95% of all of this content is just bullshit and pure waste of time, right? Because yeah, sometimes you will like watch a movie that will get you motivated. Sometimes you will watch some Instagram reels that will give you this hype, or you will get some new ideas or something. But like again, mostly 90% of this content is just a waste of time. Yeah, you will watch like, you will scroll for 2 hours or so, and you will, smile a little bit, and you will feel like you have a good time. But like we all notice that it's keeping you stuck in one place. And instead of leveling up your own life, you will be absorbed in those social media or in TV series for hours per day, right? Like, what does it give you? What you need to do is take responsibility for your own life. Start living your own life. And just go and try to figure it out, right? No matter what it is, no matter if it's like professional sports career, or you want to go into this career, or you want to go to a university, or you want to work a 9 to 5. It's you who decide what you do in your life, right? The same with your hobbies. You can do weightlifting, you can do calisthenics, you can do sprinting, swimming, anything, right? What we should avoid though is letting others, letting media, letting other people put onto our mind their own beliefs. Because what happens is we scroll or we watch some YouTube videos and we think it's just, yeah, okay, I waste a little bit of time, right? Because I go to a toilet and instead of spending just 5 minutes there, I spend 15 minutes every time I go because I take my phone with me. All right. We already know that we just waste those 15 minutes, but what also happens is you will consume some content, and without you realizing it, you will start having slightly different beliefs and slightly different ideas of what you might do in your life. And of course, sometimes it's positive, right? Because again, you might get motivated to like start running or start going to the gym, but most of the time you will see some content, and suddenly you will start thinking that your current journey, what you currently are doing, it doesn't look so good and so attractive, right? Because of the shiny object syndrome. You will start thinking that, okay, maybe I should actually change what I'm doing in my life. Maybe I should, I don't know, like change my workout split or go to a new career. And of course, it still might be good. But if you don't take time to realize it and then like actually go over that idea with your own thoughts, but if you see it and immediately try to act on it, it's not actually you living your own life. See, I really try to get this message through. It's you who should decide what you have in your own mind, right? And I'm not saying that all the media, all the content is bad. I am biased, of course, so I will say that my own videos are great, and I really do try to make them educational and motivational for you, because again, as I said before, I think that 90% of the content online is just utter waste of time. But you consuming this content, it's not you living your own life. Again, we know that it's a waste of time and you could be doing like 100 different things, but it's not just that. It's not only you waste your own time, but you also, instead of investing this time into yourself, you invest the time into somebody else's business, right? I don't know if you ever thought about it, but you, for example, watching my video, you invest into my YouTube channel, my business, right? You watching and scrolling on TikTok or Instagram. It's you investing into all of these creators whose reels or TikToks you watch. And then they get to live a better life because you invested your time into their business instead of investing it into like your physique, your career, your studies, whatever. So like scrolling, watching content, listening to podcasts, it's all lives of other people that we consume, that we listen to. Again, it might be motivational, it might give you some great ideas, but we do it way too much nowadays. Another thing is with your parents, right? Because now we are a bit older, so things are a bit different, but still, maybe you are like forced to go to a university. Maybe they force you to do something. See, like you need to realize they try to give you the best advice possible for them, right? But the truth is, you know what's best for you. And the big problem, how do you know what's best for you? How do you know what you want to do in your life? Maybe it's because every single spare moment, just every single second you have of free time in your day, you spend doing something, and it's not being productive, right? It's trying to be overproductive. And you just sit on your phone, you try to like reply to some messages, and you automatically go on to Instagram or TikTok, right? Instead of taking a moment and just sitting with your own thoughts, like on a commute or when you go for a walk or go somewhere. If you try to have your mind absorbed all the time with some stuff, you will not get a single second to like even process your own things and realize what you want to do in your life. How do you want to feel that drive and feel direction in your life if you don't know what to do? Like you need to take some time off and just choose your path, right? Be with your own thoughts, like maybe have a piece of paper, journal, write things out, and decide what you want to do with your life. You can't blame your parents for telling you that you should go to the university if you don't know what to do else with your life, right? Because I'm pretty sure if you have everything planned out and one day you would come up to them and have a serious long conversation that this is how you want to live your life, this is your plan for the future, this, I'm pretty sure most of the parents would agree, or maybe at first they would disagree. But if you would act on it, right? If you would take steps towards the path, the journey you just said you will do, they would start being like, "Ah, okay, so like my son is a big guy right now. He's taking care of his own life." So like once you have this plan, do not let others say what you're doing is wrong. Still take their opinion, right? Because they might have a different view of the situation. It's still valuable for you, of course, but you need to realize you consuming all of this content, it's not you living your own life. It's not you taking steps towards upgrading your own life. But furthermore, it's you investing that time, not into yourself, but into their business, right? It would be way better to like spend that time in some random job just to get some money instead of scrolling. We all know scrolling and watching pointless YouTube videos is bad, but I just want to bring up the part that it's not just wasting time. It's you allowing these TikToks, these reels, these movies, TV series interrupt with your own thoughts and with your mind, right? And it might suddenly cause you to take a different path in your life, make different decisions because of what you just saw. So again, that's why I say live your own life. It should be your life, it should be your decisions, your path, your journey. But again, if you don't know what to do in your life, that's the problem number one, right? So Then just take some time off. Again, grab a journal, piece of paper, write out some ideas of what you might do, and then start acting on it. Right? Take steps towards your goals, towards the way you want to achieve success, and live your life. It's this simple. No matter if you choose like 9 to 5 career, university, or like basketball, swimming, weightlifting, calisthenics, just enjoy what you do, live your life, stay on the path. And all I can say is just try to do your best. So again, regain your male drive and go live your life. Thanks for watching, see you next time.